Hello friends and welcome to our channel Target Jam. Today we will discuss about molecular orbital theory in organic chemistry. After discussing, we also practice some MCQ series. Let's start. Molecular orbital theory is a method for describing the electronic structure of molecules using quantum mechanics. In MO, electrons are not assigned to individual bonds between the atoms, but are treated as moving under the influence of the nuclei in the whole molecule. See, in this molecule, the electrons can move in the whole molecule. This is the difference between VBT and MOT. In case of VBT, all the electrons are localized around the particular nucleus, but in case of MOT, electrons are free to move in the whole molecule. The molecular orbitals are the linear combination of atomic orbitals, and molecular orbital theory was developed just after the valence bond theory. So MO is little bit uh, more easier, and it can explain some more effects of physical or chemical properties which cannot be explained on the basis of valence bond theory. Linear combination of atomic orbitals are often divided into three types: bonding, antibonding, and non-bonding. A bonding orbital concentrates electron density in the region between a given pair of atoms so that its electron density will tend to attract each of the two nuclei towards the other and hold the two atoms together. An antibonding orbital concentrates electron density behind each nucleus, that is, on the side of each atom which is farthest from the other atom, and so tends to pull each of the two nuclei away from the other and actually weaken the bond between the two nuclei. Electrons in non-bonding orbitals tend to be associated with atomic orbitals, and they do not interact positively or negatively with one another. And electrons in these orbitals neither contribute to or nor detract from the bonding strength. So there are basically three types of bonding. In case of bonding, electrons are concentrated in between the two nuclei, and it increases the bonding strength. In case of antibonding orbitals, the electrons are concentrated just out of the nucleus, that means opposite side of the bond, and it weakens the bonding strength. And in case of non-bonding orbitals, the electrons are concentrated in the atomic orbital, not in the MO, and that's why they have not distracting or not strengthening the bond. Common bonding orbitals are sigma orbitals, which are symmetric about the bond axis, and pi orbitals with nodal planes along the bond axis. In molecular orbital theory, any electron in a molecule may be found anywhere in the molecule, since quantum conditions allow electrons to travel under the influence of an arbitrarily large number of nuclei, as long as they are in the eigenstates permitted by certain quantum rules. See, there are three types of bonding: bonding, antibonding, and non-bonding. Bonding is the stabilized, antibonding is the destabilized, and non-bonding is the in between bonding and antibonding. That is, there is no stabilization or no destabilization. Now, MO phase diagram of pi orbitals for ethylene molecule. Ethylene has two p orbitals, two pi electrons, so there will be two MOs, and psi1 is the most symmetric, that is, the sign in one side of plane is same, that is plus plus or minus minus, and psi2 is the antibonding, that is opposite symmetry. See the electron distribution: psi1 is the occupied by two electrons with opposite spin, and this is the bonding orbital, and psi2 is the antibonding orbital. If energy is applied, then one electron transfer to antibonding electron, and There basically, according to the occupancy of electrons, there are three types of orbitals possible. HOMO, that is highest occupied molecular orbital. LUMO, that is lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, or LVMO, that is lowest vacant molecular orbital. And in case of ethylene, psi1 is the HOMO and psi2 is the LUMO. SOMO, single occupied molecular orbital. SOMO is not shown in the ethylene, but we will see in some in case of radical or in some different cases. Now, MO phase diagram of in allyl system. In case of allyl cation, it has 3p orbital and 2p electrons. In case of allyl radical, there is 3p orbital and 3 electron. In case of allyl anion, there is 3p orbital and 4 electrons. So there will be 3 MO for 3p orbital, and their psi1 is the most symmetric, that is there is no nodal plane. And in case of psi2, there is one nodal plane, and in case of psi3 there is two nodal plane. Remember, in case of nodal plane there is alternation of symmetry, that means plus then minus, and nodal plane is a plane where the density of electron is minimum or 0. Now, MO phase diagram of pi orbitals of butadiene. See, in case of butadiene, there is 4p orbital, so 4 MOs are possible: psi1, psi2, psi3 and psi4. Psi1 is the most symmetric, and psi2 has one nodal plane, and psi3 has 3 nodal plane, psi3 has 2 nodal plane, and psi4 has 3 nodal plane. And see the electron distribution, and psi2 is the HOMO, that is highest occupied molecular orbital, and psi3 is the LUMO, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. And in psi1 and psi2, that represents the bonding MO, and psi3 and psi4 represents the anti-bonding MO. Now we are entering to the MCQ practice. Question 1. According to the molecular orbital theory, electrons are assigned to localized with atomic orbitals, or to individual bonds between atoms, or moving under the influence of nuclei in the whole molecule, or moving under the influence of nuclei in between bonding nuclei. Choose the correct statement about MOT. We are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option C, that is electrons are moving under the influence of nuclei in whole molecule. See, in this figure, electrons can move anywhere in the molecule. Question 2. Molecular orbitals are obtained by linear combination of molecular orbitals, or quantum mechanical combination of molecular orbitals, or linear combination of atomic orbitals, or quantum mechanical combination of atomic orbitals. Choose the correct option. We are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option C, that is linear combination of atomic orbitals, that is LCAO. Question 3. Schrodinger equation can be calculated to obtain molecular orbitals using which types of approximation theory? Brownian motion theory, or collision theory, or graph theory, or density function theory? Choose the correct option, and we are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option D, that is density function theory. Calculations are done by using the density function theory or Hartree-Fock models to Schrodinger equation. Question 4. The requirements for LCAO to be suitable as approximate molecular orbitals are: option A, the atomic orbitals combined must have the correct symmetry. Option B, atomic orbitals must overlap within space. Option C, atomic orbitals must be at similar energy levels to combine as molecular orbitals. Or option D, all the above. Choose the correct option, which is which is or which are requirements for linear combination of atomic orbitals. And we are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option D, that is all the above are the requirements for linear combination of atomic orbitals. Question 5. Number of nodal planes present in the sigma, pi, delta and phi orbitals respectively are 0, 1, 2 or 0, 1, 2, 3 or 1, 1, 2, 3 or 0, 1, 2, 2. Choose the correct number of nodal planes in sigma, pi, delta and phi orbitals. We are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option B, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. See, in case of sigma orbital, it is completely symmetric, so it has no nodal plane. In case of pi orbital, there is one nodal plane, and in case of delta bond, there is two nodal plane, and in case of pi orbital, there is three nodal planes. Question 6. MO theory states that any electron may be found. Option A, anywhere within the molecule. Option B, anywhere surrounding the molecules. Option C, anywhere within the bonding orbitals. Option D, anywhere within the anti-bonding orbitals. Choose the correct option, and we are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option A, that is anywhere within the molecule. In MO theory, any electrons in a molecule may be found anywhere in the molecule, since quantum conditions allow electrons to travel under the influence of an arbitrarily large number of nuclei, as long as they are in eigenstate permitted by certain quantum rules. Question 7. Find the correct statement among the following. Option A, in allyl radical, Psi2 is HOMO. Option B, in allyl radical, Psi2 is LUMO. Option C, in allyl anion, Psi2 is HOMO. Option D, in allyl anion, Psi2 is LUMO. Choose the correct statement about HOMO and LUMO in case of allyl radical and allyl anion. We are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option C, that is in allyl anion, Psi2 is the HOMO. See, in case of allyl cation, there are two electrons, so Psi1 is the HOMO. In case of allyl radical, Psi2 is the single occupied molecular orbital, and in case of allyl anion, Psi2 is the highest occupied molecular orbital. Question 8. How many number of nodal planes present in Psi4, Psi5 and Psi6 orbitals for hexa 135 triene? Choose the correct number of nodal planes for Psi4, Psi5 and Psi6. 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4 or 3, 4, 5 or 4, 5, 6. Choose the correct option, and we are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option C, that is 3, 4, 5 respectively. See, these are the 6 MOs, and in case of Psi4 there is only 3 nodal plane, and in case of Psi5 there is 4 nodal planes, and in case of Psi6 there is 5 nodal planes. You can calculate the number of nodal planes equal to n minus 1. Psi n minus 1. Question 9. Which MO is the highest occupied molecular orbital in hexa 135 triene? Which one is the HOMO in hexa 135 triene? Psi2 or Psi3 or Psi4 or none of the above? Choose the correct orbital, and we are now going to check the answer key, and the right option is option B, that is Psi3 is the HOMO. See, in case of hexa 135 triene, there are 6 p electrons. They are occupied by Psi1, Psi2 and Psi3, and Psi3 is the HOMO. Question 10. Which MO is the highest occupied molecular orbital in benzene? Psi 2 or Psi 3 or Psi 4 or none of the above? Choose the correct one and we are now going to check the answer key. The right option is option D, that is none of the above. See, benzene is a aromatic system, so its MOs are little bit different than the normal systems. Here, the first MO, that is Psi A, appears as a single, but then Psi 1A and Psi 1B, they appears as a degenerate, that is two MOs are in same energy level and they have one nodal planes. Similarly, Psi 2A and Psi 2B, these two are also degenerate, and Psi B is the appears as a single, and this is true for all the aromatic systems. And so in case of benzene, the electronic distribution is like this, that is Psi 1A and Psi 1B, these two are the highest occupied molecular orbital. That is first orbital is the single one, but then all the orbitals appears as a paired, and the final last one is the single. So we can visualize it. Just see this. This is a benzene, and first one is the single. Then other two are equivalent. So these two are degenerate. Just we can visualize or we can remember this using this benzene ring. Now calculate your performance, and each point carry 3 points. Negative attempt equal to -1 and unattempt equal to 0. And then evaluate your performance. In our next tutorial topic, we will discuss about aromaticity. Thank you very much for being with us and subscribe our channel for getting updates. Thank you.